continue to follow the major disruptions on the Metro this morning.
We're talking to a Metro official right now, live on the phone. Philip Stewart, good morning. We talked to you earlier about what may have caused this train derailment on the Red Line between Fort Totten and Noma. Do you have any more facts for us on that?
Well, good morning again, Natasha and Mike. Well, as far as we know right now, our crews are still out there inspecting that track and trying to re-rail those rail cars. As we discussed earlier, there was a six-car train near the Rhode Island Avenue station where the fourth and fifth rail cars came off the track there. I did just want to continue to remind our customers who are, traveling into the city this morning that there is, of course, no rail service between Fort Totten and Noma stations on the Red Line. And as you guys have been doing a great job of helping us get the word out, that we are suggesting if you're trying to make your way into downtown from the Glenmont side of the Red Line, we urge our customers to transfer at the Fort Totten station to the Green Line. And then to make your way downtown. Also, we were talking a little bit earlier that the trains on both separate segments of the Red Line are now running at about every 6 minutes, which is a little better than we were doing this morning. And also for customers transferring to the Green Line, those trains are, of course, running as usual, also about every 6 minutes.
And when you refer to those Red Line trains, you're referring to the trains outside of this closure area between Fort Totten and Noma. Let me ask you about the timing of this, Philip, because we've learned from you all this happened shortly after midnight. It was around 4:30 this morning that the first email alert went out to folks on the listserv. Is there any reason why it took 4 hours for the public to get notified about this, or did Metro not realize the severity of this situation?
Well, in any situation like this, certainly we, once something like this happens, we dispatch our crews to get out there and take a look at this and, just take some time to determine, how severe an issue may be. But certainly we want to get the word out this morning before the peak of rush hour, which we tried to do for all of our customers this morning, not only through the Metro alerts, but as customers were entering the station this morning, some of our new kiosk screens, the flat screens, also displayed all of that information. And certainly we are pushing information out on our social media channels as well on both Facebook and Twitter.
Philip, I want to ask you about this. We're showing pictures of your workers on the ground, on the tracks, inspecting the damage, 1,000 feet of damage you guys have told us.
Right.
Now, let's talk about timetable. We don't know what caused this yet. It's going to take some time for inspectors to get out there and assess the damage. Okay, how long is it going to take? What's the latest that you've heard from on the ground as far as getting this moved so we can either repair or, have service start again?
Even single tracking.
Sure. So, and as far as single tracking, I do just want to point out, if you take a look at some of the pictures there, you can see where these crews are as they're doing their inspections and as they're doing their work to sort of re-rail this. I mean, you can see on the right side of your screen that other track. Right now, single tracking through that area just really isn't an option because we do have to have those crews out there to do their job to get that train back on the track. So you can just see the proximity of those rails makes it nearly impossible, actually impossible, to single track through that area. But Natasha, as far as timetable goes, sort of a couple of things have to happen here. First, those crews need to get those cars re-railed back onto the tracks. Then comes the process of moving those rail cars off of that section of track, and then the crews can sort of begin to do a more in-depth inspection of both the rails and that rail equipment. At this point, it doesn't appear that there's any damage to the rails themselves, but it's that rail equipment that runs alongside of the rails that we believe is damaged at this point, and that's, of course, what they're going to have to take a look at and where the bulk of the repairs are going to have to be.
Hey, Phil, we got to run, but we appreciate your time this morning. Philip Stewart with Metro, thank you so much.
Sure thing.
Sounds like it could be into the evening rush.
Yeah, it's going to take some time, it looks like.